that is another example of the hypocrisy of these people. Si Laila de Lima, noong inimbestigahan yan sa bilibid drug trade, hindi rin siya pumunta eh. She exercised her prerogative not to be present during the hearings. Bago sasabihin ngayon ni De Lima na it should be taken against the Vice President. Kanyang ka-ipokrito itong mga taong ito. Doon sa hearing, doon lumabas yung, Committee on Justice din yun eh. Di ba? Ewan ko kung may ibang committee roon na parang on dangerous drugs yata, I don't know. Pero doon lahat lumabas yung alegasyon. Hindi siya pumunta. She did not rebut yung sinasabi na nagsusubuan sila ng saba ni Dayan. Ba't hindi siya pumunta ron? Sinabi niya, hindi saba, latundan. Ibig sabihin, just to underscore the fact na hindi niya ginagamit yung sinasabi niya sa sarili niya. Hindi siya pumunta roon. And the committee respected that. Na hindi siya pumunta. Wala naman sinabi laban sa kanya. Hindi rin pumunta yung mga abogado niya. Bakit ngayon sinasabi niya pag hindi ka pumunta? Against the Constitution. Hindi ba ang hearings in aid of legislation na nasa Constitution din? Ba't hindi niya sinabi sa sarili niya yon? So, that is how hypocritical, how Janus-faced these people are. Doble cara talaga. Grabe.
Number one, how long will this, well, I don't want to use the more. How long will this committee last in the lower house? And how much is it costing us, taxpayers? May gastos yan eh, di ba? Hindi man di... Okay.
I'll answer that. Well, as far as the timeline, depende na yun sa gusto nilang ma-obtain eh. Depende na yun kung gaano gusto nilang kahaba. But insofar as the cost, if they are going to continue doing this, it could go beyond 125 million. Mas malaki kaysa sa doon sa kanilang gustong palabasin na confidential fund. No. For sure, we are spending millions here of taxpayers' money of those, anong tawag mo doon? Anong tawag mo doon? Stupid? Okay. So, yun ang mangyayari dyan.
My second question is this. Is it possible na hindi aabot to sa Senate for lack of merit?
That is a probability, not just a possibility. Because, as I've said, the proceeding in the House against the Vice President is void ab initio. Nakita nyo naman nangyari doon sa unang kaso. It was declared void ab initio at hindi na natuloy yung trial sa Senado. That's a probability. At dito, mas matindi ang violations. Greed, abuse of discretion, of unprecedented character. Sabi ko nga, nadismaya kami ni Perdi, ni Attorney Jing Paras, and of course, Attorney Topacio and Jimmy. We have been witnesses and participants to many impeachment proceedings. Ngayon lang nangyari ito na merong ganyan. They are inventing their own rules na hindi nila pinasa, hindi pinablish. Yung mini-trial na yan, there's no such thing. Not even in the United States and Britain where impeachment originated. Iniimbento ni Congressman Luis to yan. Ang sagwa nakakahiya because the House should have performed its duty in obedience to the Constitution. Hindi sila mas mataas Tapos ngayon, they are usurping the power of the Senate. Diba? Napakapangit tingnan. And where is the prioritization there? Ano bang importante? Itong ginagawa nila kay BP Sara o yung ekonomiya natin ngayon na is already in an emergency situation? Parang there's a wrong prioritization here. So, I question because I'm a citizen and I'm a voter and has witnessed for myself lahat ng impeachments na recently meron. Wala, sa Davide, I was just a plain observer. Pero sa Sereno, Bautista, I was the lawyer of the two distinguished gentlemen here, Attorney Topacio and Attorney Jing Paras. We impeached Bautista. Kahit na nung umpisa, nag-violate din yung House Committee on Justice sa kanilang rules and the Constitution. But, sinave ng plenary by a very overwhelming vote at na-impeach si Bautista. Hindi siya umabot sa Senado kasi impeach and then he resigned. Naging moot and academic. But I tell you, nakakadismaya ang ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice. And the Supreme Court might probably, hindi ako sigurado because I cannot preempt, might probably issue a TRO here and declare the proceeding void ab initio. Salamat.
Okay. I open now the floor. O sige, please attend. Quickly lang ha, mabilis.
Red Mendoza from the Manila Times. Of course, hi, good afternoon, good morning po. Well, ngayon po sinasabi po ni Congressman Laila de Lima na ang hindi pagpunta ni VP Sara sa impeachment trial ay parang pagbaliwala daw sa Constitution. And of course, sinabi rin ni Congressman Beatrix Luistro na sa kanyang distrito daw, sa Batangas, suportado daw yung impeachment. What's your take po doon sa mga sinasabi ng ating mga kagalang-galang ng mga congressman?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, with due respect, no? Kasi I'm a member of Congress, but during our time, respectable po kami. And honorable. Wala po kaming mga maleta noon. Ano lang. Envelope. Sobre lang. But no, to answer that, walang basihan yon. Kasi unang-una, wala namang eleksyon. So paano niya ma-test yung support ng kanyang taong bayan? Pero if you base it on the survey ng Pulse Asia, even in Luzon, napakataas ang trust rating ni Vice President. So, it's her word against a very official and, legitimate survey. So, pangalawa po, sinasabi natin na itong sinasabi ng mga congressmen is purely political. Why? I can vouch for it in the sense that nag-file po kami ng impeachment. Nag-file ang bayan muna, nag-file yung sinasabi naming hash-hash na impeachment. Pero yung rules na pinairal nila against Marcos is entirely different than the rules that they're imposing on the impeachment of VP Sara. Doon pa lang, politika na ang umiiral. Doon, nag-trial na o nag-hearing na sila at inaano na nila doon pa lang sa determination of substance as far as the Marcos impeachment is concerned. Pero dito kay VP Sara, talagang pinalusot yung substance. Because at the end of the day, they want to maximize the propaganda value of the Vice President. Why? For one reason. She will become the next president. And ito lahat ay takot na takot dahil sa daming mga maleta na tinanggap nila. They are thinking that there will be a serious investigation come the presidency of the Vice President. Yun po ang tinatakot. Kaya dito pa lang, papatayin nila. Pero ako, confident ako na hindi basta-basta, itong nasa Committee on Justice, mukhang ayos na yan eh. Ayos na yan. And there are people there na talagang they cannot accept the Dutertes. Unang-una, ito si Ridon. Bakit siya is in the forefront of all this? For vengeance. Kasi pahiyang-pahiya yung kumag na yan dahil sa sinipa siya ni Duterte for being a stupid and, irresponsible head of an office. Can you imagine he was traveling every month, on the basis daw na mayroon siyang doon, nagsasaksya siyang ng pera, pero yung kanyang liderato ay urban poor. So, ginagastos niya yung pera para sa urban poor. Kaya, outright, sinipa siya ni President Duterte. So, hindi niya matanggap yon, kaya gusto niyang bumawi to the extent na magpapasupina siya ng mga records ng mga bangko, at saka mga lawyers firm, sinita na nga siya ni Congressman Rodriguez na mali-mali yon. There is a client lawyer's privilege. So, hindi ko alam kung nakakahiya naman sa UP College of Law, nanggaling pa ito doon. Now, with due respect, kaibigan ko ito, pero nag-iiba ang ihip ng hangin. Ito si Redon, it's all vengeance. Si De Lima, vengeance din yan eh. Oh, kasi biniblame niya si Fredito Pasio nung sa BACC. At ang si Bit Aguirre na nag-file sa kanya ng kaso. Which was, kung hindi lang nagbago ang administration, baka nasa kulungan pa yung magandang Laila Junil de Dayan na babae. Ha? So, ito po lahat in answer sa parting word. Ito po ay pamulitika lahat. Now, if it's politics, wala, in violation of the Constitution, because in the ruling of the Supreme Court, there must be, well, the Supreme Court admitted that it is political, but it is also legal. But this Committee on Justice is all purely political lang lahat. Walang legal, kaya they violate the Constitution. And I suppose, I will not be, I would not presume na hindi gumagalaw ang mga abogado ni Vice President to question all this in the court. Itong lahat ng mga violation. And in fact, I believe that if there is an immediate action, they can get an injunction or restraining order in all this violation of the House of Representatives.
Thank you.
Yun
Okay,
po.
next. Okay,
Dagdag ko lang Manong Rod, excuse me, sorry
sige,
to
quickly.
interrupt. Dagdag ko lang, that is another example of the hypocrisy of these people. Si Laila de Lima, noong inimbestigahan yan sa bilibid drug trade, hindi rin siya pumunta eh. She exercised her prerogative not to be present during the hearings. Bago sasabihin ngayon ni de Lima na it should be taken against the Vice President. Kanyang ka-ipokrito itong mga taong ito. Doon sa hearing, doon lumabas yung, Committee on Justice din yun eh. Di ba? Ewan ko kung may ibang committee roon na parang on dangerous drugs yata, I don't know. Pero doon lahat lumabas yung alegasyon. Hindi siya pumunta. She did not rebut yung sinasabi na nagsusubuan sila ng saba ni Dayan. Ba't hindi siya pumunta roon? Sinabi niya, hindi saba, latundan. Ibig sabihin, just to underscore the fact na hindi niya ginagamit yung sinasabi niya sa sarili niya. Hindi siya pumunta roon. And the committee respected that. Na hindi siya pumunta. Wala naman sinabi laban sa kanya. Hindi rin pumunta yung mga abogado niya. Bakit ngayon sinasabi niya pag hindi ka pumunta? Against the Constitution. Hindi ba ang hearings in aid of legislation na nasa Constitution din? Ba't hindi niya sinabi sa sarili niya yon? So, that is how hypocritical, how jealous-faced these people are. Doble cara talaga. Grabe.